Good evening, everyone. What a beautiful sight. I'm going to digress for like 15 seconds and say thank you. Thank you to the parents, the grandparents, and friends for joining us in this special celebration. A few years ago, I was honored to be the keynote speaker, and I talked about the importance of Dr. King and his role in my life, and how had it not been for the civil rights movement, I probably would have never ended up in Ames to be a teacher and a coach in this community. And so 57 years later, I'm still here and enjoying this beautiful city. And thank you again. Tonight, I'm honored on behalf of the Ames Human Relations Commission to recognize a special individual. The Humanitarian Award is an award that is given to an Ames resident whose contributions to our community demonstrates extraordinary quality, including efforts to promote diversity, fairness, and equity. So the recipient of this year's award is Carrie McParlin. Carrie, in the nomination speech that was submitted, I'm going to share with you some of the key points that those that have known her, observed her, recognize the outstanding work that she's done over the years submitted to this committee. Carrie has been dedicated to fostering diversity, inclusion, and equity within the Ames community for over 2 decades, while working at the Richmond Center, the Salvation Army, and Good Neighbor. Her lengthy career showcased her commitment to advocating for economically disadvantaged community members. Carrie has consistently championed the rights of individuals, irrespective of their race, nationality, religion, gender, or sexuality, and has played a vital role in advocating for Ames community members dealing with mental health challenges. The Salvation Army historically associated with complex challenges regarding diversity and inclusion, particularly concerning the LGBTQIA community. Carrie's unwavering commitment to inclusivity and her approach to life ensured that every member of the Ames community felt embraced when engaged in the Salvation Army. During Carrie's time as a board member and the president of the Legal Aid Society of Story County, she actively contributed to the development and approval of policies aimed at fostering diversity, inclusion, and equity for all applicants, employees, and volunteers associated with the organization. Carrie's foresight in drafting and securing the mental health block grant in 2008 ensured vital funding for various programs directly impacting the community mental health support landscape. Furthermore, her creation of the Peer Support Program stands as a testament to her innovative contributions, particularly affecting the lives of patients who benefited from this unique initiative. Now, Carrie hasn't seen the words in this nomination, So we kept her backstage so she wouldn't blush too much. But as you can see, she's certainly worthy of being recognized as the recipient of this year's Humanitarian Award. Carrie, please come on out. Okay. Yeah. Let's stand over here a little bit. Get a picture here. I'm going to.
Wow, that's pretty neat. Wow. Well, thank you, Wayne. And thank you, Peggy. I see her in the audience over here, kind of center stage over there. Those are very kind words, Peggy, and I really do appreciate that nomination. You know, and the committee did I appreciate them choosing me as well. This is humbling. You know, I go to work every day and I don't do this for recognition, and I don't do this because I need to be up here on a stage talking to everybody about how great I am or anything like that. But I do have people to thank, and the biggest supporter is my husband, and he came tonight. And my family near and far, and friends. I do have a little cheering club over here on the other side of the gym or the auditorium. So I just, as Peggy talked about, I've done a lot of different work in the community at the Richmond Center with chronically mentally ill adults. And I worked at the Salvation Army with a lot of different people in our community, a lot of great coworkers and a lot of great customers that I've come across in my life with brain injuries and children who were disabled and at-risk teens. And in my current position at Good Neighbor Emergency Assistance, I assist families in financial crises that they never dreamed of, desired, nor did they ask for yet. Each day, they desperately try to make it to the next. So each of these families and each of these individuals I've dealt with, they continue to deal with or have dealt with diversity issues, fairness, and equity in a variety of ways that we can only imagine, and in ways that they never really dreamed of, nor did they ask for. But they do manage every day, and they move forward. What I have learned, though, is there's people out there who will fight for people who are in need, and they'll fight for what's right and what's just. And my job, I see, is encouraging them to have that voice, and if they can't have that voice, I will do that for them. If you've ever received an email from me for my work, you'll know that the very last thing is a quote from Dr. King, and it states, "Somewhere along the way, we must learn that there is nothing greater than to do something for others." So today, my something is to ask you of three things. The first is speak up and out when you see injustices in these areas of diversity, fairness, and equity. The second is to donate your time, your resources, and your energies to meaningful causes in these areas. And the third is to learn about your school board, local, county, state, and federal representatives and legislatures, and how they support these areas of fairness and inequity and diversity, and make sure that your voice is heard, because right now, more than ever, it's important to have a voice and a vote. Thanks.